Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United news and transfer news. And look, where else are you going to start? With only 5 days to go in this transfer window, of course, we're going to start talking off about Jadon Sancho. An update this morning, numerous updates this morning, but the main one we're going to be discussing is from Simon Stone, BBC journalist, Manchester United correspondent, very good connections with Manchester United. He is saying that Manchester United have had a bid rejected and that they have three distinct choices. Dortmund are saying he's going nowhere. So we'll be talking about that and a lot of other things. Maitland-Niles, Jovic, Dembele, and what United are going to do in the next few days. But first of all, let me just say, you may have noticed already on my left-hand side, this video today is sponsored by Cards Plug. You'll be like, what's Cards Plug? Today's show is sponsored by them. Ta-da! There it is. Look at that. These cards are fully customizable and are the perfect gift that's bound to make every football fan happy. I'm sure you've seen Cards Plugs before. If you've been browsing around social media, they make awesome custom football cards that, as I say, are totally customizable for you. Creator is a super simple way to customize every part of your football card. You can even make your own up, like look at me, 99 pace, 99 shooting, 99 pass. You can get it for a friend, you can get it for yourself. Designed from scratch, really good quality as well. These can go up on your wall, on your mantelpiece, in your man cave, or your woman cave, or wherever you want. Woman cave doesn't sound right, does it? But there you go. You can put them up anywhere. That's good quality, thick card as well, with designed from scratch. You can even have your own customizable stats in there if you want. Like people were saying, you know, being early for a show, pratability and all that lot. But that's Cards Plug, and we've also got, because it's sponsorship through the United Stand, they're giving you a fantastic 20% discount for anybody who uses the link in the video description. All you've got to do is go to the site and use the code United Stand at checkout to get a 20% discount. We've got more and more fun to come with Cards Plug over the coming weeks. So get involved. As I said, fantastic little bit of kit. Christmas is coming. You might just want to treat yourself before that, or for a friend or family. I'm really happy with mine. I think the fun that they're going to have is getting you lot to try and give me other stats, but I think I'm going to go with that. Apparently you can't have 100. I said, look who you're talking to. You should have 100. But links in the video description. United Stand 20% off is your discount code. You can get your own customizable cards, your football cards, through Cards Plug. Okay, right, let's get on with the news. Shame to put that down. It really should just sit next to me all the time. But let's move on. So Simon Stone is saying that we have had a bid rejected for Jadon Sancho. Effectively saying that Dortmund have said, you know, that they're not going to move. They're adamant he's going nowhere. And Manchester United effectively have got three choices now. They walk away, they wait, or they go back in with another bid. Now, I believe we'll go in with another bid. I'm staying in the 90% club. This is not going to move me. Simon Stone is not confirming that the bid last night that Sky Sports went on about is the bid. He said there's been a bid in the last week that's been rejected. I think that we will go back in with another bid and we will get the deal done. I just want to quash something. I saw the Times talking about this last night, and they said that Manchester United know that Sancho will wait for another season, so they might wait for another season. This is tosh. This is rubbish. This is a load of nonsense. This is spin. This is trying to make you not react angrily on Monday if we don't sign Sancho. Because look, we didn't get Bruno last year. We got him in January. I'll tell you now, if United don't get Jadon Sancho by Monday, forget about Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. It won't happen. This talk of, oh, he'll come next year, they might wait a year, is absolute rubbish. And don't be a fool. Don't be fooled by that. Do not be fooled by that. They will not go and get him next summer. And I'll tell you why they won't get him next summer. There's three reasons, really. One, there will be other clubs interested in him who don't mess about like we have for the last 3 months. They'll go in, they'll get the deal done. Whether it's Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they won't do what we do. They've got sporting directors, they've got people who know football, they won't mess about. So we won't get him next year because other clubs will be interested. We will lose. Second point, we won't have the money we've got now next summer. We will have a whole season of, we've not had fans in the ground for 6 months. We must cut our cloth accordingly. We must make dividends for the owners. So we won't have as much money. And Sancho won't be much cheaper next year. You know, I think he's a little bit cheap now with 3 years on his contract, 100 million. 2 years on your contract, if he has a good season, they'll want 100 million again. I don't know where this nonsense comes from that his price will go down because he's got 2 years left on his contract. Eden Hazard had 1 year left on his contract and he went for 80 million. So the price is right now. It won't be right for his next summer. We won't have the revenue. And the third reason, and I think the biggest reason of all, is Jadon Sancho next summer will have more options. Would you say to Man United, I'd say to Man United now, come back next summer, but in the back of my head would be, if anybody comes in and shows more urgency to get me, I'm going there. I ain't going to that joke of a club. So don't fall into this trap that United can wait till next summer. 3 very good reasons why we won't get him next summer. So don't think, oh, we can. Let's wait till next summer. That is absolute Glazer spin to make you think, to make you not get angry if they blow this one. To me, it's going with another bid or walk away. If they walk away, reap the whirlwind, get the other bid in. That's what I think we will do. But never in a million years is let's get him next summer going to be an option if you've got a brain. A third bid, how embarrassing we look like Plonkus, says Kimber Rothwell. Gary Neville hit the nail on the head this morning. This has turned into an absolute shit show. These people trying to do our deals are embarrassing, says Sean Turner. And welcome to the Members Club, Simon Mayhew. So, yes, Dortmund, there is a Dortmund journalist saying this as well, that publicly and privately, Dortmund is saying he ain't going anywhere. I personally would repeat what I said on the last night's show. I think that Jadon Sancho is starting to push this move, and I think that's going to be key. But it's a mess. We've left it late. I've always said that. Even though, you know, Flex is no percent club, I'm sure some of you are. At no point have I said that United have handled this well. They've handled it really badly. And you know what? I can look at this pragmatically and say, what if United do give them the 120 million euro and they say, no, the deadline was August the 10th, piss off. Like, that, we are in a dangerous area whereby United can get this deal done, but they can also mess it up. Or already could have messed it up. And maybe they've done that on purpose. You know, the cynics out there say United were always going to do this. They had no intention of buying Sancho. They always dragged it out to make it look to the fans like they tried. And then at the last minute, we'll end up with bloody Dembele or Sarr and we won't get Sancho. But again, that comes down to your interpretation to allow that to happen. If United mess this deal up, and I don't think they will, but if they did, then they should not be let off the hook with at least they tried, because they haven't tried. Dortmund, in fairness, have always said this is the price you can have him. And that price to me was never, never, never unfair or extortionate. So whatever we're doing, however we've done it, I mean, Sevilla have come out today and said, I can't understand why Manchester United haven't got a sporting director. You and us both, the whole footballing world, why haven't we got a sporting director? Because we're a business and not a football club. And these plonkers who are involved in it are embarrassing. They're absolutely embarrassing, and we're going to see whether they've got any competence over the next few days to turn this around. I personally think that we are heading towards a very stressful, well, we're already very stressed. I think this could be Sunday night, Monday, we're still working on this deal. The thing that irritates me the most is it's looking very unlikely that if they do get the deal done, he would play against Spurs on Sunday. And yet again, that just frustrates me. I mean, Spurs last night with their reserves, they got over the line. They've got a bit of buzz about them. They've got a bit of camaraderie. They're playing for each other. What are we? We've got no camaraderie. We've got no idea because we don't know who's going. We don't know who's coming in. There's players trying to leave. There's players trying to come in. It's a bloody mess. There's a match tonight as well. By the way, we'll be doing a watch along, but it's a mess. And on Tellez as well. Tellez, apparently, look, this is speculation, but apparently Porto want 20 million euro, right? Man United want to pay about 10. Now, this to me is just stupidity. Absolute stupidity. I've seen people saying, well, United are right to not pay 20 million euro because he's free in the summer. But I go back to Eden Hazard again. Eden Hazard went for 80 million with a year left on his contract. Real Madrid still played Chelsea £80 million for Eden Hazard with a year left on his contract because he's probably at that point £150 million player. So they paid half price for him. Well, Tellez is probably a sort of 30 to 40 million pound player. So why United got a problem paying 18 million for him? It's a fair price for one of the top left backs in European football at the moment. No matter how good or bad you think he is statistically that. Now, what is United's point here with Tellez? It's businessmen getting involved in football that they don't understand again. If I was involved in that Porto deal, I would be saying to the Glazers, just give me the 18 million and we get Tellez. Yeah, but he's out of contract in a year. I say, shut up, you don't know football. You don't know football, I do. Yes, he's available for free next summer, but we won't get him because he will be free. You won't have to pay 18 million to Porto. So someone like PSG will give him $500,000 a week, which we don't want to do because it will wreck our wage structure. The reality is, if we don't get Tellez, we still need a left back. We ain't going to get a left back that's decent for anything less than 30 million. We can get this left back for 18 million. Oh, but his contract's up in a year. Shut up about that. You're thinking like a businessman. Think like us. He's a £30 million left back that we're going to get for 18. Forget about the year left on his contract. That's Porto's issue. It's not ours. I'm going to get you a good left back for £18 million. It's a good deal. Let's just get it done. No, not for United. No, because in a year he's free. Shut up about it. Shut up about it. We get him done for 18 million. It's a bargain. Forget about the year left on his contract. It's a bargain. Let's get it done. And we're not. Every deal, we come into a deal with our own idea. Marley, no, whatever you think, we're right. Well, we're always wrong. We're always wrong. Love United, hate the Glazers. Ollie in says, yo, Steve. And I can honestly see them messing up the Tellez deal as well. In what world is he only worth 12 million? This is because football people ain't negotiating. And Sean Turner has hit the nail on the head there. And welcome to Simon Ralph's latest member of the United Stand Members Club. But no, just going back to that Sancho thing as well. I just saw somebody... I am getting mad as well. I am getting mad because it is a disgrace what's happened in this transfer window. At no point have I said, when I'm 90% sure we're going to get Sancho, that it will be a good transfer window. It's not a good transfer window. These deals should have been done weeks ago. This is embarrassing. Whether I think we're going to get out of it with what we should have get out of it is academical. The reality is this is an embarrassment. And the Tellez thing is actually the biggest embarrassment of the lot at the moment because we think like business people. Well, we're looking at a car. It's like, oh, you know, in a year it's free. It's a frigging footballer. He's one of the better left backs in Europe. And 18 million. Look, what's the end game here? What is the end game here? We're not going to give you 18 million pounds for Tellez to Porto, right? Okay, we're not going to do that. Walk away then. Don't really want to. Exactly. You're playing hardball with softballs. Like, you're not playing hardball because when you walk away, you still need a left back and you ain't ever going to find a left back of that quality for 18 million anywhere. You'll have to pay 30. So you'll actually cost yourself more money. So the only thing United have got here is bully boy tactics of Porto are so desperate for the money. Let's drag it out to the end of the window and Porto will hopefully take 12 million. We're playing hardball to save 3 or 4 million pounds. Ridiculous. Ridiculous of a club of our stature. We are an bloody embarrassment. And that's what we are. And just going back to the Sancho thing there, because if you're a little bit late, Simon Stone says that we have had a bid rejected. There's 3 options for United now. They can walk away from the deal. They can go in with another bid, which is what I think they will do. Or they can wait till next summer. You know that wait till next summer thing? Nonsense. Sancho, other clubs will be in for him. Sancho will want to go to another club because they'll show more ambition than we have. We might be back in the Europa League next summer, so we'd have no chance anyway. And we'll have less money next summer than we've got this summer anyway. So it will never happen. You know these people who think, oh, let's just wait for Sancho till next summer. This is like when you wake up and some of you might be rich kids. You might never have had this, but us and others have. You wake up on Christmas Day morning. You were expecting your PS4 or whatever the equivalent was in your day. You don't get your PS4, you're disappointed, your parents or whoever looks after you, I'm not saying wolves look after you or anything like that, I mean like, you know, grandparents, you know, foster parents, whatever, they see your disappointment and they go, you never know, you might get one next year. You know why they say you never know you might get one next year? Because they just want you to not be upset and angry now. They just want an easy life. If you lose your shit on Christmas morning because you didn't get your PS4, you've ruined it. You're gonna ruin everyone's Christmas Day, right? So if they say to you, it's what parents and custodians of children call a white lie. It's not a particularly bad lie, but it's a lie. A lie is a lie. You don't need to colour it. It's a lie. And the reality is that they are telling you next year because it gives them 12 months breathing space. In their mind, they don't think they're lying. They think, well, you know what, I might win the lottery in the summer and then he can have 10 PS4s. But the reality is, you're not getting your PS4 next year for the same reason you didn't get it this year. Money's too tight to mention, baby. So don't fall into this next year. Because United keep doing this. United have been doing this for a long time. They're selling you dreams that never come. Oh, in 3 years we're going to win a title. I mean, look, you know, a year ago we were talking about United were putting a lot of stuff out there about the vision. Ollie was talking about the vision. I think even Ed Woodward did an interview. United were very clear a year ago. We're building a 3-year plan. We've bought Harry Maguire. We've bought Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We're building a 3-year plan, right? Well, what's the 2-year plan? A year later, this future dream that many of you actually went along with and say, look, give it time. We're back in 1989 and, you know, let's give it time, right? We've used a third of that time already, and here we are at the end of the transfer window, and they've done it again. They've not backed the manager. So don't ever believe any future vision crap that comes out of the mouth of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Manchester United. And I'm not picking on Ole here, because Ole is the mouthpiece of them. They will tell him to put stuff out there. Actions speak louder than words. You've got 5 days to show that there is a future vision at this club. We're 1 year into this 3-year plan. There needs to be Jadon Sancho holding up a number 7 shirt in the next few days. Otherwise, your future vision crap is just like me on that morning when I didn't get the PS4. Being lied to. Hi Mark, I have a bet with my mate that Sancho's going to sign. His name is Dilly. Can you call him a prat and say it's happening, please? Says Andrew Myers. Well, I'm 90% sure it's going to happen, Dilly. Anyway, also we've had a super chat from Sasha. He says, as usual, the board are looking to play hardball with no balls. It's exciting. It's hard to play any hard thing without balls, to be honest. And hi Mark, I love the channel. What are your predictions of the Spurs game? I don't have too much hope, says Sam Allen. Right now, Sam, I think that our chances of beating Spurs are not great because we're not prepared. And I pity Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, look, I'll tell you what, just a little bit off transfers for a minute. I've gone a little bit Somerset here with this one. I don't know why. But off transfers for a minute, Donny van der Beek's agent has come out with some mad stuff. Like he said, I'm not happy that he's on the bench and United should have lost 7-1 against Brighton. I mean, who is he? Have we gone and got a wrong one here? I mean, I tell you what, to be fair, if that was Martial or Pogba or his agent, you know, you can imagine the old, the normal ex-pros having a right go. But Donny van der Beek, we'll let him off. No, I'm sorry, Donny. Tell your agent to shut it. You've been here 5 minutes. You barely took your coat off. All right, I think you should have started against Brighton, but it's the second game of the season. You know, I can sort of see why Pogba was picked above you. You will get your time in this team because trust me, there's plenty of players who play shit. You will get a chance, and if you're good, you will get in the first team. Tell your agent to shut his gob. You know, we don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. We ain't getting Sancho. We want a world-class winger, but don't have a world-class coach to use those world-class players, says Leo Man United. Well, that's irrelevant news, isn't it? That's got nothing to do with why we're not getting Sancho. If we don't get Sancho, it's because we're owned by greedy shits who want to take your money. It doesn't matter who the manager is. You know, we spent nearly, how much did we buy Mata for Moyes? 40 million, equivalent of about 70 million now. So, you know, we will spend money. It doesn't matter what the quality of the manager is. We can give 40 million to Ajax with no penny pinching for Donny because Van der Sar is involved. That tells you we need a director of football. Great work, says 1988 Brixie. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. We did 5 videos yesterday. 5 bloody videos. And to be honest with you, we couldn't have not done any of them because it was all reactive stuff. There is a match today, so I'm expecting actually it'll be a little bit quiet around United today. I mean, I think the press will keep pushing it, but I don't expect advancement on any transfers because we don't normally like to do that on match day, but we will be doing a watch along as per usual. An interesting story as well, actually. I watched Liverpool-Arsenal on Monday night and I thought Maitland-Niles was crap. We've been linked to him this morning. Now, apparently there's nothing in it at all, but it's just, this goes to show what I said yesterday. We will get linked to a lot of crap. And I think we're a little bit immune to that. We've forgotten how much crap we get linked to because we're so desperate in these last few days. I think many fans are just jumping on anything. It's like Jovic and Cavani yesterday. We've got Maitland-Niles this morning, the Ousmane Dembele thing. We ain't getting all these players. So there's a lot of crap floating around at United at the moment in relation to transfers. So you must always be wary of that. I feel like this is Perisic's situation all over again, except this time Sancho are United's priority, says Genwell Belandes. Well, look, you know what? There's plenty of examples of Manchester United not, doing a deal when they should do it. Paul Smith says, can you stop using the term pussy used to bully members of the community? This point, mate, I don't really know what you're talking about there, but I've got that word has got nothing to that word and the connotations I'm talking about has got nothing to do with that. So I know people get offended by a lot of things at the moment, but you can't tell people to stop using a word that doesn't have those connotations in relation to that, I'm afraid. Ainsley Maitland-Niles isn't coming to United, says Mohammed. Good, we don't want him. On Jovic, I was listening to Phil Brown at Malakians on Twitter yesterday, and he has good connections close to United. He didn't really give anything on Sancho. He says, I don't really know anything about Sancho. Nothing's been said. But what he did say is around Jovic, that Manchester United have spoken to Jovic and Cavani's representatives. But I would say what I said last night. I think Jovic's agent has probably said to United, we'd like to come here. But, giving United 5 days to try and do a deal with Real Madrid or a loan deal or a loan to buy deal. I would like Jovic at Man United. I think when he was at Eintracht Frankfurt, a lot of you, quite rightly, were like, this player could be really good. So I would like Jovic to come to United on a loan to buy deal. Ceballos has done it with Arsenal from Real Madrid. So I would like that. I don't trust our relationship with Real Madrid to be able to do that. I mean, look, we definitely need a backup striker. Agallo, to me, ain't good enough. If you've suddenly got Jovic in at the club, then, you've suddenly got a striker that if Martial's injured or not doing well, I mean, tonight we're going to play Agallo again. He ain't good enough. And I'm pretty sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said, look, Agallo's a nice lad. We all like Agallo. We all want him to do well, but he ain't a top. He's probably not even a top. Is he even a Premier League striker anymore? Would Agallo up front for Fulham do a better job than Mitrovic? And they're going down. I don't think he would. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has probably said to the Glazers or Woodward, I need a striker. Martial will get injured at some point. Rashi's not a striker. Greenwood's probably not ready for it yet. Plus I'm having to play them on the wing because you haven't got me my winger yet. I need a striker. And if you could get Jovic in, that would be fantastic for United. Because and Agallo's gone in January anyway, isn't he? Whatever happens, he's gone in January. So I would like to see United do something like that, whether we will or not. Look, if you can't get your priorities, how can you get your nice-to-haves? We're not getting a centre-back. That was a priority. Sancho's not here yet. He's the number one priority. So confidence in getting nice-to-haves like a better backup striker, I would say for me, I'm just not. It's my 18th birthday. I love the show, says Dark. Hello and happy birthday. And hey Mark, I'm sorry, I know I'm a plonker. Let's set a time. I'll come on the show for an interview, says Ed Woodward. If it was the real one, we'd love it. Do you think they're trying to delay the Sancho deal in this window and then get him in January window, just like they did with Bruno, says Mehdi? No, I mean, look, that I've got to pull things up when they're inaccurate. Welcome to the members club, Mar. And I dread to think who the third choice left back is. If you don't want to pay over 12 million for Tellez, it's going to end up being someone from the Championship, says Sean Turner. We didn't not sign Bruno Fernandes in the summer to put it back till January. We didn't sign Bruno Fernandes last summer because we didn't think he was worth the money that Sporting Lisbon wanted. Bruno Fernandes was that close to signing for Spurs. Pochettino would still be in a job at Spurs now if Spurs had bought Bruno. They were that close. United backed out last summer. They spent all summer trying to do a deal and then they felt it was too expensive and they backed out. How many times have we done that before? So Man United walked away from the Bruno deal last summer and Spurs very nearly got it done but didn't. Then what happened is Manchester United lost Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay got injured just before the January transfer window. Haaland deal fell through. United had some money, were desperate and went in for Bruno. Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United was not staged, it wasn't planned, it wasn't organised, it was desperation. They messed the deal up in the summer because they didn't want to pay the money, and then the only reason we bought Bruno in January, and bloody God thank we did, was because we messed up the Haaland deal and Pogba and McTominay got injured. If one of Pogba and McTominay weren't injured, we wouldn't have got Bruno. and we wouldn't be in the Champions League. So, look, all of us wanted us to sign Bruno, and all of us were right, and we've been proven right. Manchester United Football Club and their no sporting director or director of football, they bought Bruno in a panic. Who's got the more football intelligence? You. There was nothing staged or planned about Bruno by United. It was pure luck. They wanted to walk away from it, and then they got desperate because of injuries, and Haaland didn't come. Absolute luck that we got Bruno, not design. So don't think, oh, by design we'll go and get Sancho. It'll be luck if they ever get him after this, and they won't. It's now or never for Sancho. If the board don't get Sancho, surely Ollie would have a go at the board in the press conference. I would be handing my resignation in if I was Ollie, says Chung. I don't think he will. I believe Sancho will come through eventually. However, I felt a centre-back is certainly required to compete and close the gap to City and Liverpool, says Amal. And we will be getting more news from Romano, uploads his podcast today. Yeah, 3 o'clock today, Ben, or 2 o'clock UK time. There is, I normally do a video at about 2:15 today, actually, because Romano will do his weekly podcast that goes out at 2 o'clock. So make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. I wouldn't mind Matt Targay. He's great. Says Jake Marshall. He's good on my career mode, that's for sure. Let me just have a quick check if there's other things I need to talk to you about. I mean, look, you know what? I just want to bring Arsenal in very, very quickly here. Not because of Maitland-Niles, but they've sold Kolasinac to Bayer Leverkusen, and they're over in Spain getting rid of Torreira so that they can get Aouar. Arsenal have already got Gabriel and Willian deals done very early. They're now moving players out so that they can get Aouar or Partey in. They're raising funds. Kolasinac ain't that good, but they've managed to get a good bit of money for him from Leverkusen. Torreira, they're getting money for him. United can't sell players and can't buy players. This is why we need a sporting director. Arsenal brought in Edu to Arsenal, and he's done a great job there. But Arsenal have absolutely... Look, Arsenal aren't as good as us. They won't finish above us. I'd be very, very surprised. But longer term, how when you think about long term, Arteta's only just gone into that job, and Edu's not been there long as a sporting director. How long can we just keep saying, well, yeah, they've had a better summer than us, but we're better than them? Eventually, that will erode us. If Arsenal have a good summer this year, like they have, and then they have a good one next year and a good one next year, eventually they will overtake us, because for every good summer you have and every bad summer we have, they will improve their squad. They will get better players. And Arsenal, again, have shown that they're a better football club in the transfer window than us. They've moved players on to raise money to bring in another good player. That's what they're doing. And whether they run out of time or not, I don't know, but they are doing it. And they're actively doing it. And yet we are... Sanchez and Van der Beek, it's just crap. It's absolutely crap what we've done. Not enough business has been done. And yeah, I think that look, there's a lot of things going on social media at the moment, and one of my tweets is replying to somebody who is, the Manchester United Supporters Trust, the Red Army, these are the two people, in my opinion, who can drive a movement against this ownership. And I don't trust that will happen for various reasons that, I don't need to get into here publicly. But they're the two people. The Red Army are the home and away fans that you hear singing at every game. The Manchester United Supporters Trust are a paid-for trust for Manchester United fans that have good connections within the football club. Are those connections in the football club so cosy that they'll never do anything because they don't want to lose whatever relationships and things they get from that? I don't know. That's speculation. But what I do know is Manchester United Supporters Trust and the Red Army, those two things, in my opinion, and people will have different opinions, are the two things that can make a big difference for everyone to follow. And I would follow it, and I'm sure most of you would follow it. The United Stand can't do it. Too many people are like, oh, he's from Nottingham. It's all just full of foreign fans watching, which is totally and utterly unacceptable. But I would stand aside from that and say, look, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about us. I'm not really interested. I'm more interested in changing the football club that we all love. You, in my opinion, should be the people pushing that, and we will support it. That's what needs to happen, but they all go very quiet. They don't want to do it, and I don't know why they don't want to do it. Oh, because it tried and failed before. That doesn't mean you don't try again. Things need to happen. United fans need to come together and be grown up and have a conversation, because You know what? You might not like Marmite, and I might not. I might like it. But we're watching Man United. It's not about what other things you don't like and what you don't like about this. And you might not like fan cams, and you don't like talking about transfers. Do you like Manchester United? I love them. Well, so do I. So does everybody else. Let's come together to fight for the thing that we love, Manchester United. That's the only thing. That's the only conversation that should be going on. Not whether you think Pogba's good or not. Are the Glazers good enough for Manchester United? Are they embarrassing Manchester United? Come on then. Because without the fans, the Glazers would have to sell. But we all sit there and go, well, you know what? Not everyone's going to unfollow them. Not everyone's going to stop buying merchandise. Not everyone's going to stop going to the ground. Well, actually, the more conversations you have with all these groups, the more people won't do it. You know, if you've got everybody together and then, you know, look, example, this is not what I'm saying is the right thing to do. But if everybody came together, all the groups, Red Army, Manchester United Supporters Trust, fanzines, whatever, everyone came together, right? And they said, right, next time there's a match against Liverpool at Old Trafford, nobody goes in, right? That's a lot of people to be stood outside Old Trafford, and anyone who goes in, you know, you don't physically stop them, but you basically make it a little bit uncomfortable for them. You boo them as they go in. You say, you know, you're not a United fan doing that. There's things that can be done, but everybody needs to do it together. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Anyway, look, I am very concerned with what is happening at our football club, and it's way bigger than signing Jadon Sancho. I think that they have to sign Sancho, and I think that they will, and that's where I am with it. But we'll see what today brings. We've got a watch along tonight, of course. We've got another day where we will 100% be up and down like a yo-yo when it comes to transfers again. I personally feel, and I don't know what anybody else feels, but I personally feel that Manchester United, I mean, Ardy says you've got a platform as well, Mark. Well, you don't watch the channel very often, do you? Because I've told you many times before, the United stand can't do it on its own and can't lead it for many different reasons. So, but we will definitely support it 100%. Yeah, so we have got a game today, of course, and we'll obviously keep you updated. So please subscribe if you are new, bottom right-hand corner. I don't know what the second bid was, Aiden 10. Nobody does. So we don't know what about that. Apparently somebody has just tweeted who is certainly somebody worth having a look at as well. Let me just grab that tweet for you. So yeah, I mean, look, my situation is that I still remain confident that we will do a deal for Manchester United. So Samuel Luckhurst, who is the chief Manchester United writer for the Manchester Evening News, says if United end up panic buying, they can't blame it on the pandemic. The manager spoke about exploiting the market in April, and Woodward is of the opinion the sooner the better with signings. Yet they've cocked up again and are now being linked with every Tom, Dick and Harry. Exactly. It's a bloody mess. It's a mess, and it's about time people started stopping that mess. Anyway, as a reminder, we will be back about 2:15 today, if nothing happens before then, with reacting to Romano's podcast and the latest Man United news. Tonight, we're going to be doing a watch-along for the Brighton game, so make sure you subscribe and smash a like. Also, big shout-out to Cards Plug. If you're looking for a good gift, you know, maybe even looking towards Christmas, or you just want one of these, you can get 20% off from Cards Plug for these football cards. They are really good quality. They're not flimsy at all. I don't want to break mine, but they are really good cardboard, really good quality image. You can put your own badges on there, your own position, your own player ratings. 20% off with the United Stand. You'll only get that through the United Stand exclusively. The link is in the video description. You get 20% off, as I said, and you can construct your own card for your friends, family, your wife. Be careful if you do it for your wife, because you're not allowed to put like ironing and things like that on. That would be wrong. But yeah, links in the video description for Cards Plug. Give it a go. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all later.